AI-102 Microsoft Azure AI Engineer, questions and answers, set number 2. Question 21. You are building an Azure AI Translator custom model. You need to ensure that the translation accuracy for the model has a bilingual evaluation understudy (BLEU) score that indicates high quality. What is the minimum score range required? Option 1. 0 to 19. Option 2. 20 to 39. Option 3. 40 to 59. Option 4. 60 to 79. Option 5. 80 to 100. Correct answer, 40 to 59. Explanation, between 40 and 60 indicates a high-quality translation. Question 22. You are creating an orchestration workflow for language understanding. You need to configure workflows for multiple languages. The solution must minimize administrative effort. What should you create for each language? Option 1. A new deployment. Option 2. Separate models. Option 3. Separate training jobs. Option 4. Separate workflow projects. Correct answer, separate workflow projects. Explanation, orchestration workflow projects do not support the multilingual option, so you need to create a separate workflow project for each language. Question 23. You are building a model that uses conversational language understanding, CLU. You need to measure how accurate the model is by using the ratio between the correctly identified positives, true positives, and all identified positives. Which metric should you use? Option 1. Bilingual Evaluation Understudy, BLEU. Option 2. F1 score. Option 3. Precision. Option 4. Recall. Correct answer, precision. Explanation, precision measures how precise/accurate a model is. It is the ratio between the correctly identified positives, true positives, and all identified positives. The precision metric reveals how many of the predicted classes are correctly labeled. Recall measures the model's ability to predict actual positive classes. F1 score is a function of precision and recall. BLEU is from the Azure AI Translator service. Question 24. You are building a multilingual conversational app by using Conversational Language Understanding, CLU, part of Azure AI Language Service. You create a CLU model that will serve multiple languages. You need to optimize the performance of the model. The solution must minimize development effort. What should you do? Option 1. Add utterances for languages that are performing poorly in the model. Option 2. Configure the app to only query utterances in the language that was used to train the model. Option 3. Create separate projects for each language. Option 4. Train the model by using utterances in multiple languages and only query the model by using the project language. Correct answer, add utterances for languages that are performing poorly in the model. Explanation, with CLU, there is no need to use multiple projects for a model. For example, you can train a model in English and query it in German. There is no project language, therefore, adding utterances for languages in the model that are performing poorly is the appropriate solution to increase performance. Question 25. You have a question answering project. A customer asks a question that is not part of the project. You review the active learning suggestions and do not see any suggestions. You need to ensure that customer questions are included in the active learning suggestions. The solution must minimize administrative effort. What should you do? Option 1. Add the customer questions to the editor manually. Option 2. Configure active learning. Option 3. Enable logging for the project. Option 4. Wait at least 30 minutes before checking for suggestions. Correct answer, wait at least 30 minutes before checking for suggestions. Explanation: active learning suggestions are not in real time. There is an approximate delay of 30 minutes before suggestions show on this pane. This delay balances the high cost involved in real-time updates to the index and service performance. Active learning is turned on by default. You can use active learning for this instead of manually logging the questions and adding them. Question 26. You are configuring a question answering solution. You execute the following API call and receive the following error. Synonyms. Alterations. Fix problems. Troubleshoot. #diagnostic. You need to ensure that the API call executes successfully. What should you do? Option 1. Modify the order of the synonyms. Option 2. Remove any question and answer pairs from the call. Option 3. Remove any special characters from the call. Correct answer: remove any special characters from the call. Explanation: special characters are not allowed for synonyms. Synonyms can be added in any order, and the ordering is not considered in any computational logic. Synonyms can only be added to a project that has at least one question and answer pair. Question 27. You are building a chatbot that will use the Azure AI language question answering service. You need to identify the operational costs for the service. Which two parameters will influence the costs? Each correct answer presents a complete solution. Option 1. The number of assigned metadata tags. Option 2. The number of knowledge base editors. Option 3. The number of supported languages. Option 4. The required throughput. Option 5. The size and the number of knowledge bases. Correct answer: the required throughput. Explanation: the throughput, the size, and the number of knowledge bases affect the pricing tier, whereas the other parameters do not affect pricing. Question 28. You are building an app named App1 that uses the Image Analysis API. You are evaluating analyzing images by using the following request. https://star.cognitiveservices.azure.com/computervision/image analysis analyze? Features equals read description. Which results will the request return? Option 1. A description of the image content only. Option 2. The visible text in the image and a description of the image content. Option 3. Which objects there are in the image and their approximate location. Correct answer: the visible text in the image and a description of the image content. Explanation: the features used in the call are read and description, which will return the visible text in the image, as well as a description of the image content. To return the objects that are in the image and their approximate location, the feature used in the call should be objects. To return a description of the image content only, the feature description should be used alone. Question 29. You are building an app that will use Azure AI Vision to detect the presence of people in a video feed. Which Azure AI Vision feature should you use? Option 1. Face detection. Option 2. Image analysis. Option 3. Optical character recognition, OCR. Option 4. Spatial analysis. Correct answer: spatial analysis. Explanation: the only visual feature that provides this capability is spatial analysis, as OCR, image analysis, and face detection are not meant to analyze the presence of people in a video feed. Question 30. You have an app named App1 that extracts invoice data from PDF files by using an S0 instance of Azure AI Document Intelligence. The PDF files are up to 2 megabytes each and contain up to 10 pages. Users report that App1 is unable to process some invoices. You need to troubleshoot the issue. What is a possible cause of the issue? Option 1. Some of the files are password protected. Option 2. Some of the files are too large. Option 3. Some of the files have too many pages. Option 4. The tier of the Azure AI Document Intelligence instance is insufficient. Correct answer, some of the files are password protected. Explanation, the service cannot process password-protected files, and this can cause the service a processing failure for some of the files. Although file size and number of pages can cause failures, the limit for the S0 tier is 500 megabytes and 2000 pages. The S0 tier is sufficient for the file characteristics mentioned. Question 31. You are building an app that will use the Azure AI Custom Vision API to detect when all the spaces in a parking lot are empty. Which feature of the API should you use? Option 1. Image classification. Option 2. Image description. Option 3. Object detection. Correct answer, object detection. Explanation, object detection is similar to image classification, but it returns the coordinates in an image where the applied labels can be found. Image description analyzes an image and generates a human-readable phrase that describes its contents. Image classification applies one or more labels to an entire image. Question 32. You need to build an app that will use Azure AI Vision to analyze and detect animals in images. Which type of project should you use? Option 1. Image classification. Option 2. Image detection. Option 3. Object analysis. Option 4. Object classification. Option 5. Object detection. Correct answer, object detection. Explanation, object detection returns the coordinates in an image where the applied labels can be found, while image classification applies one or more labels to an entire image. Question 33. You are building an app that uses Azure AI Video Indexer. You need to extract keyframes from uploaded video and store them on a disk by using the API. How should you implement the solution? Option 1. Upload the video and download the zip file of the thumbnails. Option 2. Upload the video, download the zip file of the thumbnails, and get the thumbnail for each keyframe. Option 3. Upload the video, get the video index, and get the thumbnail for each keyframe. Correct answer, upload the video, get the video index, and get the thumbnail for each keyframe. Explanation, you need to upload the video, get the video index, and get the thumbnail for each keyframe. 3 API calls need to be done. Uploading the video, and then downloading the zip file of the thumbnails is the path through the Azure portal. You need the index to know the correct parameters for the thumbnail request. Question 34. You are building an app that uses the Azure AI Video Indexer API to analyze Microsoft Teams meeting recordings. The app will search for images and mentions of competing companies. Which content model should you use? Option 1. Custom brands. Option 2. Custom language. Option 3. Custom slate. Correct answer, custom brands. Explanation, the custom brands model supports brand detection from speech and visuals. Slate detection is used for clapperboards and digital patterns with color bars, and the custom language model is used to add words that are not in the model. Question 35. You are building a video processing app that will use Azure AI Video Indexer. You need to configure the training and learning phases for the app. The solution must train the model based on the probability of specific word combinations by using a custom language model. Which 3 practices should be followed for the training data? Each correct answer presents a complete solution. Option 1. Include at least 500,000 sentences. Option 2. Include multiple examples of spoken sentences. Option 3. Include special characters such as hashtag, @ %, and end. Option 4. Provide multiple adaptation options. Option 5. Put only one sentence per line. Correct answer, include multiple examples of spoken sentences. Explanation, when training the model, you should avoid repeating an identical sentence multiple times, as it may create bias against the rest of the input. You should avoid including uncommon symbols, hashtag @ %, and, as they will be discarded. The sentences in which they appear will also be discarded. You should also avoid putting inputs that are too large, such as hundreds of thousands of sentences, because doing so will dilute the effect of boosting. Question 36. You are building a video processing app that will use Azure AI Video Indexer to extract insights from videos that contain multi-language content. You need to configure the API calls to enable multilingual identification. Which value should you set for the source language parameter? Option 1. Language detection. Option 2. Multi-detection. Option 3. Multi-language detection. Option 4. Multilingual detection. Correct answer, multi-language detection. Explanation: when indexing or re-indexing a video by using the API, choose the multi-language detection option for the source language parameter. The remaining options do not configure the API calls to enable multilingual identification. Question 37. You are building a solution that uses Azure AI Search. You need to execute the initial run of the indexer. Which stages will be included during the initial run? Option 1. Connecting to an Azure data source, creating an index schema, and running the wizard to create objects and load data. Option 2. Creating a data source, creating an index, and creating and running the indexer. Option 3. Document cracking, field mapping, skill set execution, and output field mapping. Correct answer: document cracking, field mapping, skill set execution, and output field mapping. Explanation: document cracking, field mapping, skill set execution, and output field mapping are the stages of indexing. Creating a data source, creating an index, and creating and running the indexer are the stages to create an indexer. Connecting to an Azure data source, creating an index schema, and running the wizard to create objects and load data are the stages for the import data wizard. Question 38. You are building a solution that uses Azure AI Search. You need to save normalized binary files as projections. Which type of projection should you use? Option 1. Files. Option 2. Objects. Option 3. Tables. Correct answer: files. Explanation: tables are used for data that is best represented as rows and columns, or whenever you need granular representations of your data. Files are used when you need to save normalized, binary image files. Objects are used when you need the full JSON representation of your data and enrichments in one JSON document. Question 39. You are building an app will use Azure AI Search. You need to index a collection of documents. What is the first stage of the indexing process? Option 1. Document cracking. Option 2. Field mapping. Option 3. Output field mapping. Option 4. Push into index. Option 5. Skill set execution. Correct answer: document cracking. Explanation: document cracking is the process of opening files and extracting content. It is the first stage of the indexing process. Text-based content can be extracted from files in a service, rows in a table, or items in a container or collection. If you add a skill set in image skills, document cracking can also extract images and queue them for image processing. Question 40. You have a web app named App1 that performs custom searches. You are building a solution that uses Azure AI Search. You need to include App1 as a custom skill as part of the solution. Which type should you use to call App1? Option 1. Microsoft Skills, a custom.aml skill. Option 2. Microsoft Skills, custom.webapi skill. Option 3. Microsoft Skills, text.custom entity lookup skill. Option 4. Microsoft Skills, util.conditional skill. Correct answer: Microsoft Skills, custom.webapi skill. Explanation: Microsoft Skills, custom.webapi skill allows the extensibility of an AI enrichment pipeline by making an HTTP call to a custom web API.